Bitcoin pushed above 92,000. It never got to my short level that I talked about yesterday, which was right around that 96,100 level, but it still looks like it could push there. So I'm still intrigued by a potential short, maybe at 96.1, 96.2. If it pushes up there, of course, I will keep you guys on point. I did unload a fair amount of my altcoins for good profits yesterday. I still hold a few of them. I even hold Ethereum. Ethereum is one that I'm currently holding a position in. It did stall out at resistance here, but I'm hopeful we build a bull flag and then we can break up and head towards this next level. But this wedge pattern was a beautiful wedge breakout, and then the bull push, and then obviously slamming into resistance. And just look at how I found that resistance, guys. For educational purposes, it was pretty simple. This low here matches with all this sideways, and then we broke down. So once you break support, what does support become? It becomes resistance, right? So support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support, and therefore that's why you're stalling out here. And at least that's why probability favored it, and that's what's happening. Okay, so just something to keep an eye on there.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway breaks down crypto trends, Bitcoin's next big move, and what traders should really watch. Curious if a crash or rally is coming? Let's hear what he sees ahead.
I'm not going to compromise my belief or my discipline just because everyone's FOMOing into a position, right? AKA, Bitcoin at 109,000, right? And again, pulled back to 74,000. But there was so much FOMO at that high. I still remember every time Bitcoin gets to a high, and we'll go over the Bitcoin chart in a minute, but Bitcoin gets to these crazy highs, which are awesome to see. And I'm still a huge believer, but I recognize the hype because you start seeing on social media the 250,000 year-end target predictions, right? And as soon as you start to see that, number one, in retail investors, it starts to trigger the FOMO, like, oh my goodness, I better get in. So they buy the highs. But for me, I recognize that, and I want you guys to recognize that and start to say, wait a minute, if I'm seeing that, we're probably closer to the end of a run, and we're probably going to get a pullback, and I'll get a better buying opportunity. So again, these little tidbits are influential in making you a much better investor and trader.
BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF just had a monster moment, winning Best New ETF at the ETF.com Awards, while pulling in a jaw-dropping $643 million in a single day. That's its biggest inflow since January 21 and a massive show of confidence from investors. Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Palchinas backed the win, saying it feels right, and even hinted this was his top pick. The award wasn't just a pat on the back. IBIT also took home Crypto ETP of the Year, solidifying its place at the center of the Bitcoin ETF world. That same day, Bitcoin was trading just above $93,000. Riding the wave of renewed interest in spot ETF, IBIT's inflows made up the bulk of a $917 million surge across all spot Bitcoin ETF, 2 straight days of inflows after weeks of uncertainty. With over $53 billion in assets and strong daily trading volume, IBIT is proving it's no one-hit wonder.
NASDAQ 100, same thing. We held this low pivot here on the QQQ, the ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100. It's around 432.50. And as long as we hold that, I would favor a move up to about 476, this gap fill here. That'll be where I start my nibbling on my short positions. 10-year yield is coming in. As the yield has come in, what do we see in the markets? The markets have rallied off of their lows. Remember, right now, the market is a little freaked out about other countries not wanting to buy our debt because of instability and trade wars and all these other things. And again, therefore, any downtick in yields, it's not so much about a weaker economy, which can make yields go down. It's more so about a flight to safety where there's more buyers for treasuries, and then that pushes the yields down, right? It also tells us that the Fed, if things act more normally, then the Fed will actually be able to influence if they have to cut rates. Okay. Next up, we go to some earnings from yesterday after hours. ServiceNow ripping higher on earnings. You can see right here, closing yesterday right around 814, trading currently at around 885. That's a nice, I think it's about 8%, 7% move. Here it is in the pre-market. You can see where it's trading right here. For me as a technician, there's a couple levels I am watching. Using my Fibonacci tool, I take the all-time high to the recent lows. And what I notice is, number one, we're at the 382 level. Now, because we've been there since yesterday and even above that level in the aftermarket, I'm not going to trade this level. But I might be interested in day trading this 940-ish level right here. There's also a little pivot top right here. And if you go back here, look at these levels right in here, right there, that basically coincide with the 940 level. So the fact that we have a Fibonacci retrace as well as past pivot points right over here and right here, it makes me very aware that this could be a day trade. Now, you might say, well, what about a swing trade? Swing trade, no way. It's not extended enough for me, and I don't like to short in on a swing trade the first day of a big move to the upside after an earnings beat. So what I'm going to do is instead look for the 618, which, interestingly enough, look at this. This high exactly, this low exactly, this low exactly, and then right over to here exactly. And it's also exactly the $1,000 even number. So for me, this now becomes my swing trading opportunity, for me at least, right up here. So again, if we get up in this range, I would consider a swing trade short. So this one down here is your day trade short, for me at least, that I'll be looking at today, around 940. But on a swing trade short basis, if we get up into this 1,000 level, that'll be where I start to inch in probably to a swing trade short. IBM. IBM reported earnings yesterday after the bell.
Revolut just pulled off a massive win in 2024, doubling its pre-tax profits to an eye-popping $1.3 billion. This leap was powered by a surge in user growth and a booming interest in crypto trading, showing the fintech firm is hitting its stride. With nearly 15 million new users joining this year alone, Revolut now boasts over 50 million customers, helping it rake in more from card payment fees and interest on deposits. Crypto played a huge role in the company's growth. Its wealth division, which includes digital asset and stock trading, brought in over £500 million, nearly 4 times what it made the year before. As crypto markets roared back to life, users flocked to Revolut's trading features, particularly the newly launched Revolut X, a desktop crypto exchange designed for serious traders. With low fees and support for 100 tokens, the platform's European expansion and upcoming mobile version are expected to drive even more activity in 2025. Adding to the momentum, Revolut finally secured a UK banking license after 3 years of effort. This milestone opens the door to expanding its lending services, including credit cards, buy now pay later offers, and potentially mortgages. Still, turning app users into full-fledged banking customers remains a challenge. But with growing deposit volumes and a strong push into premium subscriptions and business services, Revolut is clearly laying the groundwork for much bigger things. CEO Nick Storonsky says the goal is bold: 100 million daily users across 100 countries. The race is on. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.